We did pick up on some shower activity mainly earlier today, but much of it has moved mostly east of our area, and the heaviest activity mainly down towards the southeast. It's moved east of I-55, but we have had some cloud activity slowly begin to build up in eastern portions of Arkansas, and it's slowly moving across the Mississippi River right into Washington County and moving further up to the north. The clouds will slowly begin to build overnight tonight. Now, we are still tracking a lot of rain and some thunderstorms, mainly from Mississippi into northern Alabama, portions of Kentucky, and up towards the northeast. They are picking up on some pretty decent snow with winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories. As of right now, 35% of the country has snow cover on the ground right now, mainly off towards the west and up towards the northeast. Now, here in the southeastern part of the country, we're nowhere near freezing. Current temperatures are mainly in the mid-60s, 66 for Clarksdale, 64 for Greenville. It's still 75 though in Greenwood, 70 for Vicksburg, 70 in Jackson. It's 69 over in Wyona. Pretty much the entire country, as I mentioned earlier, nowhere near freezing. Not expecting really any winter weather, at least for the next few days. And the winter weather threat that we did saw for next Sunday has diminished. I will talk more about that in the extended forecast, so that breaks your heart. I do apologize. But today we did break a record here in Greenwood, reached 81 degrees. 75 degrees was the record set back in 2015. Picked up on about hundreds of inches of rain and trace here. We were also 81 as well. We were just 1 degree shy of 82 degrees. That was set all the way back in 1907. So pretty much the entire southeastern part of the country has been right at or near record-breaking temperature. So definitely a lot of warm air. We do have a lot of warm southerly flow. Now, as we go throughout tonight, we're going to slowly start to see some rain chances begin to increase across our area. Just around 3 o'clock in the morning, picking up on some shower and some thunderstorm activity around the Clarksdale area and around Bolivar County, northern Sunflower. And that's not really the severe threat. The severe threat's mainly going to be as we go through the late morning hours going into the afternoon, when we start to see the activity begin to build as that advancing cold front slowly begins to push into our area, and that's what's going to trigger some of these severe storms that we're going to be watching and monitoring closely as we get closer into tomorrow. And it's kind of off and on throughout the day. We'll still have some lingering activity around Thursday, around 2 in the morning, so kind of off and on rain throughout much of tomorrow with that chance for some severe weather, and we'll be watching that closely. Tonight, we do have that marginal threat, mainly down in Louisiana and portions of south of Jackson into southern Mississippi. That was the first round we saw tonight. Now, tomorrow is when we're going to see that round for a slight risk, and that covers pretty much all of northern Mississippi, portions of northern Alabama, and also portions of Tennessee as well. And what we're really expecting is the possibility for some damaging winds and possibly for some hail. Now, the flooding threat is relatively low, and the tornadic threat, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 10. So not a huge threat, but something to keep in mind and something to be weather aware as you're planning your day tomorrow. Now, 7 o'clock, it will be mostly cloudy. We'll start picking up on some shower activity, but right around noon and going into late afternoon and 6 p.m., it's going to start to really pick up on the severe storms. Temperature will be about 75 degrees. By 6 o'clock, we'll drop to about 71 going into tomorrow evening. Now, as far as rain total, 15 of hundredths of an inch up towards Clarksdale. We could pick up right around a half of an inch right here in Greenville. A little heavier amounts on most to it as 3/4 of an inch in Greenwood. 43 hundredths of an inch up towards Batesville. Lows tonight are mainly expected to be in the mid-60s across the area, from 63 in Batesville down to 68 in Yazoo City. Highs tomorrow mainly mid-70s, 74 from Clarksdale to 77 in Hollandale, 79 degrees for Chila, and 77 for Kosciuszko. Now tonight, expecting to go to 65. The clouds will slowly start to increase. Showers will begin to develop late overnight. Winds out of the south-southwest, 10-20 miles per hour. And as we get past tomorrow, we'll be slightly drier for Thursday. But as we go into New Year's, expecting another round of severe weather, and that winter weather threat has diminished. Pretty much it's going to be Arctic air chasing after what's left over from Saturday, which will be fairly dry going into Sunday.